My name is Sharon Tinberg. I am with Rags to Riches, and I want to welcome you to Cleaning Chatter, where we turn the mundane into money by bringing our dirty little cleaning secrets out of the closet. And today's dirty little secret is, why do million-dollar companies use aprons and 5 to 15 employee companies making $200,000 to $600,000 a year, even 8, do not? I'm always amazed when I walk into an office that doesn't use aprons, and 2 out of the 3 offices I visited in the last month and a half did not use them. One owner tried many times. I've known her for many years. They were lost every time. I must say, she's bought a lot of aprons from me because of that, and I'm kind of sad that they are now using them because they'll never lose them again. But I believe the reason is that people don't know how to use the aprons. Owners find them expensive because cleaners don't use them, and cleaners find them getting in the way because they only wear them, they do not use them. So, how do you use an apron effectively? First of all, it depends upon the area you're cleaning, the kitchen, the bathroom, or the dusting, on what you even start out with your apron, what you put in it. But regardless of which area you are cleaning, there are 4 essential tools that every apron should have in it at all times. And those are the whisk broom, which we'll talk about when we get to each room, which I keep in my flat pocket below the 2 billowed pockets on the right-hand side, so it is very easy for me to know where it is. You need a small, hard tile toothbrush. It needs to have nice, hard plastic bristles. I would use that one rather than a large one, because the large one doesn't get in small areas when you're using it for dusting in other areas. This stays in your apron. It does not go back in the bathroom bucket or kitchen bucket. The next thing you need is a scraper. I will say that I prefer the razor blade scraper, but many companies use the hard plastic scraper. You need something. I also keep that in my little tool pocket, which is down here, so when you bend over, it will not hit your people in their ribs. I also need, of course, a feather duster, which you can keep behind your belt here in the back, or there is a clip that you can get, you can hang it off of. And the other flat pocket is, of course, for the esteemed and beloved cell phone. I remember the day when I could get away with telling cleaners not to bring them in the home. That was, of course, in the days of paper work orders. Is it a much better world? Oh my, yes. So let's protect these cell phones and keep them where they're handy, and they don't have to be running around the house to get them. That is wasted minutes cleaning. So the other flat, waterproof lined pocket is for their cell phone. And we're good to go. Let's go do our first area, which is dusting. What do you need to put in your apron when you are dusting? First, you need a damp orange cloth. Companies are no longer using lemon oil or plasma, much to my chagrin. They are using a damp cloth, and I must admit I'm even cleaning all my house with a damp cloth now. Water, dampened, put it in your pocket. I put it in my front pocket because I use it a lot and it's handy. The second thing I carry is a dry orange dusting cloth in case I want to buff anything up. I, of course, don't want that towel touching my first towel, so we will put it in the second billowed pocket because they're both waterproof, and this will keep this one really great for buffing. The third thing I need is a window cleaning towel, one that is damp, and these days we are also carrying a dry one because we feel that we need to buff sometimes. So I will put those one on top of the other in the 2 billowed pockets. The dry one first and the wet one second, because it's easier to get out and I will be using it more often. The last thing you will need is some backup liquid for your wet cloth. If you're not using glass cleaning cloths, then you will need to bring along some liquid, glass cleaner, in case you need more. You can either hang it from your side loop like this one, or you can go ahead, which we're doing these days, and getting 4-ounce bottles, and that way you can put it right in your pocket and you don't have to worry about bending up and down and losing your hanging bottles. So we recommend in the dusting room that you use 4-ounce bottles, one of course with Windex if you're not using glass cleaning cloths, and one with water that you keep on the dusting side so you can spray some water on that dust cloth when it starts to get dry as you're cleaning a very large home. So folks, it takes 6 pockets. They need to be waterproof lined. And the last hint I have is always, dusters, carry a damp, non-abrasive scrubby in the pocket with your damp cloth. Especially when you're doing a first time in or one time. When you get to those extremely dirty doors, spray a little disinfectant cleaner on it, use the non-abrasive scrubby side of your scrubby, use your towel to wipe it off. It'll go 3 times faster and the quality will truly be twice as good. And again, your apron is waterproof, so you can do that now. You won't be soaked. It's the handiest thing you can possibly have. We used it a lot in repeat homes. Okay, now we're going to move on to the kitchen. Again, of course, you need to do your lawn dusting first and have your mop bucket. But we're just going to talk about what you need in the apron. What you need in an apron is 3 green dry cloths. And we can put in the top or the bottom. It's your preference. Of course, if you've used it to dust, then that pocket is already wet. So put them in your front pocket until they become wet. You, of course, need your non-abrasive scrubby, which you can put in your wet pocket. And you need some disinfectant cleaner. I highly recommend that you have a disinfectant cleaner. There's a great, I don't normally endorse products, but there is a great Procter or Spick and Span product that is both Windex and disinfectant, and it leaves a shine that's amazing. And it's one step and go, because if you run into something that needs more power, like something like a Dawn, it even cuts grease. And you've got, of course, your magic little scrubby in your pocket that you can take out using that stubborn spot. Wipe it dry. If it's granite, touch it with your hand. If it feels good, you're good to go. It's a one-step process that leaves a wow look. And of course, I highly recommend that you use smaller bottles, 16 ounce, because they do weigh you down. They're handier. The loops are easy to get in, so you spray and wipe as you go. You've got all the other tools with you that you would need in the kitchen. The scraper for your stove tops, your flat stove tops, your tile brush for around every single fixture you come into. That needs to be done every single time. They're right at your fingertips and very handy. Believe me, your cleaners will clean those fixtures every single time if the tile brush is in this pocket and not in the bucket. And again, they get wet and dirty, so you need a waterproof lined apron for your cleaners to love these. That is all you need in the kitchen. We clean all of the stainless with disinfectant cleaner first. When we're all done, we put everything back in our bucket and we grab our stainless steel cleaner and our stainless steel cleaner towel and do all of those items at the end, so we are not carrying it with us around the kitchen. So I'll see you in the bathroom. The bathroom is the only exception to the rule of prepare your apron before you start the process. In the bathroom, we leave our apron totally empty of everything other than our tile brush and of course our cell phone, our needed cell phone, as we do all of the scrubbing in the bathroom. And we carry our bucket with us because it has all the harder chemicals we need to clean a bathroom. There's a lot more involved. So we start at the sinks with our apron completely empty. Then we go and we scrub only the sinks and the fixtures. We rinse them and we go to the tub and the shower and do the same thing. We certainly don't want our feather duster in our back pocket when we're cleaning the shower because we'll get it wet. We use our regular chemicals that are right in the bucket near us. We clean the shower, we rinse it, and we leave it. And we put to air dry, and we put our bucket with all of our items next to the toilet. That is the last thing we will do because we do not want to cross-contaminate our towels. We will then prepare our cleaning apron to clean. We will need 3 bathroom towels, yellow, And that's probably all you'll need. That's all we're using to clean huge bathrooms because they stay dry during the first process. You don't need a towel when you're scrubbing. The next thing you will need is your whisk broom. Kind of gets in the way when you're actually doing the showers, so we actually take it out of our pocket since we're taking everything out anyway. You need your feather duster in case you run into pictures as you're cleaning. And you need your disinfectant cleaner. If you are using glass cleaner towels, then you will need your wet glass cleaner towel. And your dry glass cleaner towel. We do carry that, again, in case we need to buff out any areas that are a little tough to get really shiny on those mirrors in those bathrooms. Of course, if you're still using regular towels, then you would need to put your glass cleaner in this loop and your regular towels in here, and they would all be dry. And we have our disinfectant cleaner, and we are ready to start at the door. So again, if you have a first time in, you'll want to put your handy little scrubby in your wet pocket so that you can scrub that door down when you get to it. But you always start with the door, and now there's like a regular dusting process because you've done all of the scrubbing, and everything you need is right in your pockets. So here, you would clean the door around the touch point if it's a repeat client, and the door knob, and then right next to this, of course, there's a light switch that you cannot see. You do the light switch and you just continue to work your way around the bathroom, cleaning the mirrors when you come to them, then cleaning and shining the sink with your disinfectant cleaner. Same process as in the kitchen. So the key thing here to get your cleaners to love these aprons is don't have stuff hanging off of them when they're trying to clean a shower going up and down, but have the things handy when it's time to clean and shine. So, wrap up, I hope you use it. It truly does save 15 to 50% off of your payroll. And in the next few weeks, I'll run some testimonials and some statements from owners about what the aprons have done for their company. I do recommend that you get a waterproof lined apron, which my aprons are now. I just designed these. I've made about 80 of them myself so that I could get it down right, and now of course I have people making them. They are waterproof, they are bleach proof. You need to wash them in cool water. They do not like heat. You want to hang them to dry. It will make them less water resistant each time you use heat on them, and a little bit less the more you wash them. If you can spot clean the outside and keep them clean that way, they will be the most waterproof. But right now you could pour a cup of water in the pocket, which an owner did by mistake with her water bottle, and it never even ran out. She had to go to the sink and pour it out. So they're waterproof, bleach proof. They have enough pockets to be able to use them effectively, or you still got the problem of a wet towel touching a dry towel. It totally allows your cleaners to always have one hand free, which also makes them faster because they can pick up things as they go without breaking it. So I do hope that if you are not using aprons now, you will show this video to your cleaners and give them some ideas of how they can save their back, save time, and save you money. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Cleaning Chatter, where we turn the mundane into money by bringing our dirty little secrets out of the closet.